join Fury in Nature, Episode 4. Our intrepid adventurers had just dealt with the Inner Sanctum, where our friend, the Jack the Halfling, had been succumbed to the Whale the Banshee, but is now back alive. That's how we worked, you being gone last week. And managed to survive after beating the evilness, vile green mist out of the Banshee, talking to the ancient elf spirit, who gave them knowledge about Sinomore and his plans to use the Emeralus, aka a green dragon orb, to destroy all the land in creation, or at least make it unfit for sentient creatures. And how Lorak had used the green dragon orb, the Emeralus, to soak up all the poison from the land to make it more fertile and beneficial for the elven people, so that they prospered, while he soaked all the energy from the vile energy of the land into it. But now that Sinomore has it, it is full and ripe for being used by the green dragons. And you are about to exit the Crystal Mirror Lake and take a boat across to a hidden cove, where there's rumors of a dangerous sea beast that prevents the people of the Stormwind clan from fishing that area. But there's a secret cove that'll allow you to a passage marked on a map by our fearless Ben Smokeleaf, the druid, who is famous for his herbal concoctions to find some of the best herbs and mushrooms growing in this tunnel that leads directly to the Dragon Temple. And are there any preparations you would like to make before you leave on this boat journey for this morning? They also received many gifts from the elf spirit that inhabited the ancient Inner Sanctum with which to battle Sinomore, the great green dragon.
Were we able to take a long rest before leaving?
Yes.
Cool.
So I'm looking at my map, and I'm sorry, but out of game I forgot everything, but I suppose Ben knows it in game. So now I'm looking at the map and trying to judge how many days do we have until this sacred grove, or not a grove, but yeah, to the lair of the dragon. And by that, I just want to be prepared with my spells for the day. So our next day is probably going to take us over the lake, and then are we going to reach the cave, or would there be a chance for us to rest in the meantime? Not a chance, but a need to rest.
Yes, there will be a need to rest. It will take all day and all night, and you'll revive at the cave the next morning.
Alright, guys. Wow. You should be very, very, feel yourselves very lucky. You have a coastal druid with you, so this trek along the lake should not be a problem. I say as I prepare my spells in the morning, making some herbal tea for everyone.
Large inland lake. Joey Zwicky would be familiar with it, as in Great Lakes, like Lake Michigan, Lake Superior type areas. Europeans have, I don't know of any European Great Lakes. More like an inland sea. Caspian Sea, sort of?
Ander, my friend, what do you know about this lake? What is this monster everyone talks about?
Well, we've never seen it, but even our bravest warriors don't come along the shores of this lake. It's been for hundreds of years. I've heard the rumors of this. My clan has, and they've always stayed away. When I was a child, my oldest sister actually came to this lake to fish. She came by herself, and we have never found her, or she never returned. So we assume that the monster or the spirits of the lake has captured her.
So you're saying that this monster even goes towards the shores? It's not like a deep monster or something?
We're not sure. That's why we just completely stay away from it. We don't even fish on the banks. And the Stormwind Clan, I mean, we travel all over and we're not scared of nothing. So there's
Have
something
you
very evil.
have you ever heard of anyone you trust seeing this beast?
No. Like I said, I've never came to the lake myself, even when we lost her sister. We didn't even attempt to recover her.
Because I was hoping, yeah, if you had seen it at least, or know someone who saw it and had described it to you, you could describe it to me.
People say all kinds of things. You know how people are. Some say it's a dragon, some say it's a hydra, some say it's even possibly a kraken. Now, if it's a kraken, that's
Oh yeah,
Unleash.
Kraken, there's nothing we can do. But so you cannot really tell me anything like body, number of limbs, number of heads, number of anything.
sorry, no. Like I said, it's just so many different stories that we don't even know what it truly is. It just all mixes together over the years.
It's the
Alright,
Loch Ness
so-
monster.
So my kind of a radar spell will be useless for today, I say, as I drink my herbal tea and I keep communing with my whatever, with nature, basically doing it as my commune with nature and preparing my spell lists. Ritual is like drinking various herbs, some from the earth, some from the leaves of trees, some from underground, mushrooms and stuff. And yeah, that's how I get in touch with my natural part. And I keep thinking about my spells. Well, thanks, Anders. Anders, sorry. Would have been nice if someone actually saw the beast, but since no one has, we should be prepared for anything.
Reno has taken a liking to Benjamin, as Benjamin seems to have like an everlasting supply of wines and all kinds of good things to drink while we're on travel. So he's walking beside Benjamin, and while Benjamin is seeing like he's a bit worried about this monster, he leans over and whispers, like really low, Ben, my friend, I think we might have a case of the good old superstition here. As a bard myself, I know the arts to what to say, make a story more interesting than what it usually is. I think this is like old wives' tales being told around the campfire to scare people. It might be something dangerous out there, but it's really weird that nobody has ever seen it and lived to tell the tale. Either it's really dangerous or it's just in the minds of people.
I understand what you're saying, my friend. Still, it doesn't hurt to be prepared, right? And I don't think Ander will lie to us that his sister disappeared, so at least there's gotta be something in that lake.
Yeah, I have no doubts his sister disappeared, but it could easily be, say, robbers who blame the sea monster, like everybody else blames it for something.
Oh, like the neighboring tribe trying to get a bride or something, and they took her away? That kind of manner?
I'm not familiar with the ways things happens between these barbarian tribes, but for all I know, it could surely be something like that. Or I don't know, his sister might be beautiful. Let's hope so. Let's hope we find her.
If you guys
Yeah.
see Ander,
Could be a witch.
if you notice Ander, he's really just kind of nervous. He's looking around. He has his hand on his sword. He's definitely ready for something.
Reno sees this and he walks up to him and he say, keep in good faith, my friend. I'm sure whatever it is, you will be able to kill it. I haven't seen anything you haven't been able to kill.
Oh yeah. If I see it, I'm gonna smack it right up at the side of its face. That's for sure. For my sister.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, he's not like scared. He's more like anxious, kind of nervous.
To lighten the mood of the group, Reno will play his bagpipes to his best of knowledge.
Ander, what was your sister's name?
Zafrina.
Alright,
She
if we
was
meet
quite
this
older than-
monster,
She was
We
quite
will-
older than me.
we will kill. I wasn't
Oh, yeah.
asking for that, but
I'm
alright. Good
What's
to know.
that?
I wasn't asking in that kind of, you know.
No, I'm just trying to say, like, I was a kid when this happened. Basically,
Alright.
I was a little kid and she was an adult.
The reason I was asking is that I promise you that if we find this monster, when we kill it, we will all shout together for Zafreen, and as you give the final blow.
Thank you, Ben. You're a very honorable man.
Jack, the
Sometime.
fort that you all are at is right on the shore of Crystal Mirror Lake, and it's just any preparations or discussions you'd like to have before you get on the boat to cross the lake that the elves are providing. They'll even crew it for you.
You would see Ander, he would be kneeling down and he would grab some dirt and he'd be rubbing it on his shield. He'd kind of be saying a prayer up to Tempest for Safrina. That's about all he'd be preparing.
I'm sorry,
And the
Michael,
monster that they are discussing is more associated with a cove on the edge of the lake that they are going to, and not necessarily the lake in general. So you're safe on this shore by the Elven. Yeah. Safe if you are anywhere.
Yeah, because I was going to ask our friends, the elves, have they heard of such a monster?
Marion, God Marion will be like, yes, we've heard tale of this creature that lives out on the far side. We generally don't venture that far. Whenever we do, not only do we have problems with the creature, but we have problems with the Stormwind clan. And, we have a bunch of... I wouldn't say it's come to blows yet, but there is high tension between this side of the Elven Nation and them over fishing rights from the other parts of the lake besides that cove, which they dread and keep away from thoroughly, but we don't go that far anyway. But I've heard tale. A
Ben
large
nods and
creature.
shakes his head at disappointment. Is like, come on, guys, you're elves. You live like how many? Like 800 years and more, and you're still fighting other races for resources. That's ridiculous. And I tell that to Mary.
Guys, it seems
I-
like the Jack is eager to go. Should we get moving before darkness gets over us?
All right. And I pack up my herbs and my teas, and I finish preparing my spells by meditating and just whispering them to myself just to be ready. And I get up and I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Okay. And everybody gets on their boat and checking out their new equipment that they got from the elf spirit from the inner sanctum. And you set sail westward across the lake as the waves lap against the side of the boat, and the wind is a nice little breeze that cools you down as the sun rises high into the sky. It's pretty warm, still it's the middle of summer, but the breeze and being on the water is quite nice at the moment. And the gentle swaying of the boat up and down, up and down. Would anybody like to consider themselves to possibly get seasick? Because that is a possibility. It's not ocean going, but it's still high waves, nice wind. The air, however, for anybody associated with the salty coastlands, is not salty at all. It's very fresh, clean, crisp air flowing. Every once in a while you can see a fish jump out of the water into the sunlight and splash down on the ground. And the elves will look over at that gingerly. Ander will be like, oh, only I had a good spear.
Reno, before going into the boat, would grab like a branch, preferably like a dead branch from a tree, if that's something he could find, about
Sure.
maybe 2 meters length.
Okay, sure.
And as we get into the boat, he will cast light at the tip of the branch and hold it just like, say, an inch over the water to see if there's like any fishes or anything that gets attracted to the light.
Yeah, you can find sunfish near the surface.
I will also take a branch. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't finish.
I'm not.
I'll also take a branch, but for a very different purpose. I have some piece of string, like a very long piece of string, so I'm going to attach it to one end and to the middle, and I'm going to put a stone. I'm going to attach one stone at the end of the branch and at the piece of string, and I'm going to use my druid craft as we go along to basically measure the depth of the lake as we go along.
It's a few hundred feet.
All right. As far as I can just make
It's a
this
deep lake.
branch grow, I will. I would just basically want to know how deep it is at all times, and I'll be standing at the back of the boat.
The depth does vary from time to time, but generally it's quite deep. Quite deep.
Are the elves with us?
There are elves with you crewing
Okay.
and sailing the boat.
Never mind. go ahead.
Small compliment.
How big of a boat we're talking about?
I'm thinking maybe 30 feet long, 15 feet wide. Pretty decent size sailing.
One mast and few crew.
One mast, few crew, one
Okay.
poop deck, some supplies. Generally, it would be considered a fishing / transport vessel. What's the Jack saying? The Jack. And the Jack will be puffing on his pipe, sitting, leaning up against the railing with his cowl up over his head, and all mysterious and relaxed at the same time, enjoying this nice little pleasant cruise across Crystal Mirror Lake in the middle of the summer, on a nice summer's day. And as you keep heading on, the sun will rise, and it'll start to set. The wind will die down a little bit, and the elves will pull in the sails and let you know that you're near the edge of the other lake. And in the morning, this is general for the lake, for the heating of the air of the sun to cause the breeze to flow across the lake, and then as the sun disappears, the breeze to wither across the lake, and it to be quite calm at night. And so they say that probably within an hour or so in the morning, after the sun rises and the wind stirs again, they should be able to make it to the cove. But the cove is very what's the word I'm looking for? Not deep. What's the word that means not deep?
Shallow.
Shallow. Thank you. Shallow. Thank you with the Bulgarian for the English word for me. I appreciate that. The water in the cove is quite shallow and they can't bring the boat in, but they do have a large rowboat that's attached to the side that they'll allow you to use.
Ander will check over the rowboat and he'll take control of that since he's pretty good at that, Stormwind Clan. He'd probably be doing the rowing.
It's quite similar to your shallow drafted type keel boats that you use in the Stormwind Clan, although it is much flimsier and finer than what you're used to. We'll get the job done. Seaworthy.
I'd get everything prepped then, check it over, and then I'd probably eat some rations and do some stretching. You would see he's getting excited now, and he'd be on the boat waiting for the rest of the guys.
Okay. They weigh anchor, and the night passes. Anything interesting besides sleeping, drinking, and cavorting there, Reno? Anybody would like to attempt to do?
I'll suggest that we keep watch
Oh yeah.
through the night.
Watch.
And Reno will volunteer to take the first watch.
Okay. I'll go ahead and let you know that Reno, as you're keeping watch, periodically you can see the moon is not full, but it is nearing fullness again, and or losing its fullness. And you can see periodically a dark shape against the moon that kind of blocks it out, and you hear the flapping of wings overhead. But
So-
nothing actually swoops down and attacks.
So whatever it is,
And
it's
every
rather
once in-
close then.
Yes. You can even hear off to the distance once a large splashing noise. And then a few seconds later, you feel, and the splashing noise was coming from the east where you had been. And then a couple seconds later, you feel droplets of water fall on you from a great height.
Oh, so it's something huge splashing in the water. I will give me about you know, if you take like a thin piece of rock and you throw it on the water so it skips. What
Yes.
do you call that in English or American?
Skipping a rock.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look for some flat rocks and I'll throw light at them and try to skip a rock over the sea every time I hear the splashing noises to see if I can see something out there.
At one point in time, you let's just say just by the dim glow as you hear splashing, you can see a small green dragon, similar to the size of the ones that you had seen come down and splash into the water and leave, and in its claws is a large fish.
Hmm. How far away?
You can just catch it barely silhouetted against the light. It was quite far away.
Okay, so not so close that I would warn my friends.
Yeah.
Is it in the
You can
direction
just periodically see this.
that we're going?
They would fly back towards the west, the area where you know the dragon temple is. Periodically, I'm just giving you a heads up that, hey, the dragon's fish here also.
I actually think that if Reno had just like a weak sense that there would be dragons anywhere around, he would probably wake his friends every 5th minute like, hey, there be dragons. But I guess in game turns it won't give you much rest, so he will just sit there and try to calm himself by playing his bagpipes.
Oh, so you're playing bagpipes instead of waking us up?
Yeah.
One of the elves who is also on watch will look at you and like, hush! Silence now. Be very quiet. This craft is elvish made and blends in with the water. They cannot see us. But if you insist on making that dreadful racket, actually it's quite nice, but still.
Okay. Don't need to be so harsh, man.
Elvis made ship blends into the water. But not this.
I'll
Maybe
be
they won't
snoring
notice us.
heavily if they want to shut me down as well. Because basically I knocked myself out with my herbs. And I'm lying on my back and I'm snoring like a decent human being.
Other than the brief little time of dragon fishing, the night will pass reasonably okay. And the sun will rise over the eastern sky. And beautiful sunrise. Whoever had the last watch will be privy to it as it comes up over the water's edge and just very nice. And then rises in the sun.
Me because I'm going to be brewing the tea again for the whole party.
And you can just see as the as the sun rises and warms the air around you in the water, you can feel the breeze start to pick up again. And the elves will go about readying the mast and start sailing. If you have any sort of spyglass,
No.
you can see the land coming up into the to the western edge, and the elves will rouse everybody and hand out some limbus-type bread as a breakfast, and also let's just say that there's some fish caught in a net, some kippers or tuna or what have you know, tuna in salt water, freshwater tuna.
All right.
That
Brewing
is
some tea,
fair.
preparing the water. I can probably make a fish broth. And I can bake a few while I'm waiting for the others so that I can wake them up with the awesome smell of my cooking. You know, my tea makes the body feel the munches, right? So, yeah.
Jeez. And everybody who drinks your tea eats well. Even a few who may have gotten a little seasick from smoking too much the night before with their towel up.
It actually, yeah, relieves nausea as well.
And you proceed on. The boat proceeds on its way, but only for another hour or so, and then they start to take down their sails, and they point out everybody can see now, not only looking through a spyglass, but you can see the shore coming up, and it enters into a narrowing, and this is the dreaded Cove of the Beast. That's the Stormwind clan avoids.
Reno will, by the way, inform everybody about all the dragons he saw and heard the day before.
Oh, so you didn't care to wake us up to tell us there are dragons about, but now you tell us.
Yeah, the slender leg keeping watch together with me said it was nothing to worry about because he couldn't see us. So
I turned to the elf and I was like, once again shaking my head in disappointment. I was like, what are these guys doing? I mean, our thinking, there's a dragon up ahead and or above us, and they say nothing. Anyways, I would like to scout ahead. Have I seen any like lakeside animals? I mean, more like, oh no, I cannot fly yet. Shit. Maybe
Can you
something.
swim?
Yeah, I can swim.
Okay.
So some sort of an animal that can swim, and it's around the lake. I want to turn into that, and I want to swim ahead and check for any.
Let's give you with your standard beaver, otter.
Otter. I like otter. Yeah.
You like otters? Okay.
Turn into an otter and I swim ahead, up ahead.
Reno likes beaver.
I know, that's why I didn't choose it. So I swim
Beaver jokes
swiftly.
would come in.
And yeah.
Okay. And so, how far ahead of the rowboat? Because they will lower the rowboat, and Ander will take over the rowing of it.
Basically, tell them
Because,
to wait for me or proceed cautiously and slowly, and I'll go full speed up ahead, trying to get as far ahead as possible.
Well, boats are with one person rowing, and a halfling and a clown as his passenger.
Who weigh almost
I
nothing.
got an 18 strength. I'm rolling pretty good.
Never mind. He can row. He can pretty much keep up. I ain't gonna say he can keep up with you. My experience with rowboats is they're quite slow, and otters and beavers can swim faster. I just want to know how far ahead would you like to be, even though he can book it.
I wanted to make like a reconnaissance mission, but if they want to follow me up behind, maybe 120 feet.
Yeah, I'll follow you in your direction that you're going.
All right, 120 feet then. I'll swim before the boat.
Okay. So you're going 120 feet in. What kind of senses do you have in your otter form?
Who knows? I don't think there's otter in the monster manual.
What was it, Jack? I didn't catch or read that.
Let me find the closest thing to an otter.
He says he goes to the front of the boat and gets an arrow ready.
Fair enough.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, I don't think otters in the monster manual anyway. Anybody more familiar with otters than me? They lie on their back and do cute little human things with their hands, like breaking over seashells and such like that.
Yeah, they can use like
Standard
rocks for tools.
They're vicious
Yeah,
predators and intelligent animals. But what about the senses? I have no idea. They're more like social creatures that attack in packs.
Otters are vicious predators.
Yes, there are otters that have been known to attack crocodiles and alligators in packs, of course. Not one-on-one, but
No fucking way.
oh yeah. They attack the mother, take her away from the child, and then attack the child and eat it.
There's a giant weasel in here, but that's all I
So-
see.
So there's a connection to a crocodile. Just rule it as a giant crocodile then.
Yeah, I can turn into a crocodile.
No, I just checked. There's nothing close to it, I think. But you can, probably take a weasel.
Well, there's a
or something.
A
weasel.
badger would.
The weasel is
Weasel?
pretty close. It's smaller though than that.
Yeah, they have keen hearing and smell, so I suppose otters are almost of the same family, just waterborne. So
Yeah,
they can
I'll buy
swim
that.
And
All
have
right,
some sort
give
of-
me a perception check with advantage. I'm gonna call the hearing kind of to be like a water hearing type sonar type thing.
20 regular.
All right. You're going to feel something large, huge, moving under the water towards you.
Under the water towards me. Alright, time to swim back to the boat. Warn everyone. At full speed.
What is the full
Dashing,
speed
running.
of?
Well, it doesn't say here, but yeah. If it has swim speed of 30 feet, then 60 feet swim speed. I don't know. Whatever you give me.
I'm going to say that roughly about the time that you would hit the boat 2 rounds away, you can really feel something. You can hear it coming through the water, closer and closer. And everybody else, give me a perception roll with disadvantage since it is
Why?
under the
No,
water.
no, wait. Why disadvantage? I'm going to jump up and.
Not you. You're well
No,
aware.
no.
The
Wait,
others
wait,
on the
wait.
boat.
Yes, I know, but
Okay.
I'll just try to give them the warning as best as I can. I'll start as I'm swimming. I'll try to jump from the water and do some weird noises and throw my limbs in various directions. Just act unnaturally and crazy.
Fair enough. You definitely can tell something is wrong, Jack. If you truthfully, yeah. The
I'll do this a
disadvantage
couple
is
of
to
times.
see if you see it, not necessarily that you see that you see Ben swimming back to you. You're aware that something is wrong. It's just a matter of do you see it
All right.
in the water because it's underwater. That's what the
Just
disadvantage
make
perception
sure
roll is
that
for
they
it.
see my crazy alterness.
I think Ben had a rather powerful potion of herbs yesterday.
Okay. It's a 10 for the Jack.
16
that.
grand.
Now you're definitely all aware that something is going on because, well, except for maybe Reno, he's not aware. But Ben is
8.
swimming back to you like what? Okay. And what about you, Ander?
16.
Oh wow. You can make out the shadow of the large monstrous creature that's looming up right as Ben the otter is making it to the edge of the boat. And it's I didn't get a picture of it because my picture's acting up funny. But you can see the shadow of it coming up through the water, and it looks like your standard sea beast type creature, and it's quite long and razor sharp teeth, and a long neck, big flippers. Think Loch Ness monster type plesiosaur, except bigger and meaner. and
So as I see it, I
reflavored
would yell
other
out.
dinosaurs.
I would say, "Look!" I would tell them all to look.
And you all peer into the water, and I want to say you can't quite see it because your perception checks weren't good enough, but I'm going to go ahead and have everybody give me an initiative roll, and we're going to start the combat as soon as Ben touches the side of the boat to get in.
Or maybe he won't.
Maybe he won't. Maybe Ben won't. I don't know what Ben will do, but that would be about the time when it happens. And what'd you get, Ben?
5. It's awesome, right?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna grab some more beer to prepare for this fight. Be right back.
Okay. What'd you get, Robin? Oh, I just saw the Jack.
10 for
10
Reno.
for Robin. What'd you get again, Jack? I didn't catch it. Or can somebody read it from me from the chat?
11
Okay,
for Russell.
thank you. And what'd you get, Mr. Ander?
20.
Ander, you actually even saw the thing, and so you get to go first. So, Ander,
What is it? It
you
came out of the
can make
water?
out. It hasn't broke from the water yet, but it's just underneath the surface as the otter is swimming right up to the edge of the boat. You can see the shadowy type plesiosaur type sea creature, large teeth coming up, big long tail showing up from the body of its flippers as it's swimming and about to swallow Ben, the otter.
Where is Ben at? In the water?
Yes, as an otter.
Well, I guess I should probably keep rowing to him.
Oh, you're pretty much there.
Okay.
I mean, he's just about to. He could, if he wanted to, like be adjacent to it, climb on board if he wanted as an otter, or he could remain in there. But you're there. It's just a matter you're still standing on the boat, and you actually saw the shadow.
All right, then I'm gonna
But
pull out.
he's almost at the surface, though.
All right, then I'm gonna stand up, and I am going to pull out my shield. And is the monster's coming from the front of us, right? Correct? Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of turn the boat to the side.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm gonna probably do.
All right. I'll call that as an action.
Yeah. I'm gonna, so I can get the boat to the side so we all can get a shot at it or attack it.
Get a broadside on it. All right. You can stick because it's not very deep at all. It's kind of shallow. You can stick one of the really long poles into it. Say the water's only like 10 feet deep right here. One of the long oars just into the ground as you've been rowing and rowing. You see the shadow up ahead. You can stick a pole down in, almost like dropping an anchor, and just careen the
then
thing to the side.
I'm gonna do that with one arm, and I'm gonna have my shield on my other arm. And
Okay.
then finish my turn.
And then it'll be the Jack. I want to go ahead and say that since give me a free action perception check to see, since he pointed out. +1 on both, Jack, but I'll give you as a free action another perception check since Ander did point it out, and it is almost at the surface now to be able to make out under the murky water the creature. It wouldn't be at disadvantage, it'd just be normal perception, and it'd be a free action. You know that Ben is struggling, frightened, and pointed out that there's something underwater. You just can't quite make it out there, Jack. So, since you don't have a viable target you see, any other actions you would like to do?
Frightened?
No, probably another 100 feet or so. Hide behind Ander. Okay. Ready in action to shoot anything that pops out of the water? That sound like a good action for you?
He gave you the thumbs up.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that. Next would be Reno. Where's the camera? There it is. Got it. Reno, you're
Sorry.
up.
I was on mute, as usual.
enough.
Reno will start playing his bagpipes again, and he will cast the Conjure Animal spell, and he will summon 2 giant octopuses to attack these beasts.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. If you'd like to get a perception check again as a free action, since Ander did point out where the creature is and it's just below the surface, I'll let you do that without disadvantage and for free.
I
Just
just
target.
I just heard that he screamed out that there was some kind of beasts, and that's all Reno cares about. He only thinks that he doesn't want to be in the water, so if he can get something to fight for him in the water, that's the best solution to this
I like
problem.
that. What's their initiative?
Yeah, I will roll. The giant octopuses gets, let me see, 12 plus 1, 13.
Okay, so they'll go before the Jack, but after Anders.
And I'll,
And they can see it because they're underwater. They can see it.
and I'll give my bardic inspiration to Ben, as he seems to be needing it.
I'm not afraid.
Okay, Ben. It is going to bust out of the water. And it is going to bite you.
But there are giant octopuses in front of me.
Well, let's just say they were to the side. I started this right as he's about to drop up and bite you.
And they're
Purpose,
very
Revo DM.
they're very good
Yes.
at disguising, so you've probably not seen them yet.
All right.
For a whole bunch of damage, but that's okay because you are not going to, but you're also going to be grappled. Where are my d12s? Why aren't they rolling? Okay.
So something grappled me.
23.
It did me a lot of damage.
For 40
Okay.
points of damage. And you are grappled in its mouth. And then I'm going to go ahead and just give it a strength check. As it comes and it rams up, then its tail is going to, its head comes up and just holds Ben in its mouth. I'm assuming that 40 points of damage is enough to revert you back to human form.
Yeah, I was wondering at CR 1/2, what would be my health points? I'll still probably get some damage on myself as well.
Oh, does it revert back to you? I thought it was like a stopgap, like boom, damage.
No,
and
it's
then
not a
that's all.
stop. Everything that is over my total transfers to me. I'll do the calculations in the meantime. Don't worry, just proceed with the game. I'll get some
You
damage.
see a badger or anything? That would be what it would be. And you are grappled in its mouth,
No, I'm looking for
restrained, so to
something
speak.
bigger because I was probably able to become a giant otter.
A giant otter? Say a giant badger.
A
You've
giant.
seen a giant badger.
Oh
a
yeah,
giant-
there's a giant. 13 hit points.
And
thank
then
you.
it's
So,
going-
what was the total? 40, right? Or 40 something.
40. And then its tail is going to whip around and knock the boat over. So everybody in the boat, go ahead and give me a saving throw to see if you are managed to stay hanging onto the boat or are not completely into the water. So
Okay.
Ander, give me a deck save. As the boat is capsized, as it knocks it over.
It's 19.
You remain, as the boat switch over, you can stay right there. Ditto for you, the Jack. as the boat
16.
capsizes and rolls over on the side, and you all manage to make it then. And you're still all on the boat.
Reno is apparently either very nimble on his foot or very afraid of water. I rolled a 27. Not 24. Like 17 plus 7.
Yeah, everybody manages to stay as the boat rolls over. You manage to nimbly jump over to the side and manage to stay on top of the boat. Now, however, you're on it, but you're on top of the bottom of it. Ben, you're up. You are grappled in this thing's mouth. You are technically under the restrained condition.
Yeah, I know.
You're damaged.
But yeah, since things changed so suddenly, I had to just go over my spells because I'm. All right. So in that case, my tactics changes. I'm already back to my human form, right?
Yes, I'm assuming so.
Yeah, and I'm hurt, and I just take off one of my leather straps that was bound around my arm in my awesome makeshift armor. Now I'm in the dragon armor, but yeah, I still have those various things around. And I untie it, and as I untie it, I say, you had me in your grasp, and now you let me go. And basically, I do the freedom of movement spell.
Okay.
And as I free myself from non-magical restraints, or also from the restrained condition, I'm no longer restrained. So that's my action, and then
I'll allow you if you want to stay like in its mouth, or to minor dex check to see if you can land nimbly on the capsized boat.
land. No, Am I not underwater right now?
Oh, you could be that too. No, when he came and he bit you, he came out of the water, so you're like now up in the air in his mouth.
Okay. So I will try to swim. Yeah. Towards
fall in the water
boat,
too, if you wish.
and yeah, like behind everyone else. So you want a dex check or something to get on the boat?
If you want to land on the boat, it would be a minor dex check just to see if you land nimbly on it or not.
I don't have any way to actually jump out of it. I'll probably climb up on the boat. Maybe just take me more of the movement that I have, but
Okay.
I'm not jumping or anything. I'm not that kind of a
Yeah.
guy. So I'll just try to swim just under the boat and to the other side of the boat, and then I'll try to climb from the back, like the safest position possible. And I'll climb from the back, and I'll just pant heavily. And I was like, "Fuck, guys, this thing is dangerous." And that will be my turn because as a bonus action, I'm going to shillelagh my quarterstaff.
Shillelagh!
Yep.
Okay. Ander, you're up. You now have a target. Its head is now looming over ahead of you.
It's within 5 feet?
Sure.
Alright then. We're gonna try this new sword out. I know it's not gonna do much against, the extra damage, but I'm still gonna try it out. 23 for the first attack.
That'll hit.
Alright. And then that'll be a 22 for the second attack.
That will also hit. It doesn't have a very good armor class. Large beasts generally don't.
That's 17 total slashing. And that'll finish my turn.
Alright, you slash into it mightily, and ichor spreads out from it. And then it is the octopus's turn.
Yeah, the dark water suddenly gets filled with tentacles, and 8 of them are from one side attaching around this huge sea monster thing, which I have no idea how it looks. And it will try to hit it for a
Are you unfamiliar with the description of the Loch Ness monster type thing with large teeth and big, long, snaky tail, big bat body, tail whirling up around?
Yeah, Reno is. I am not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 10 on the dice, so a total of 15 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay. Then it will take 11 damage, bludgeoning, and it's grappled. The other octopus will also attack the same beasts for 17 to hit.
That'll also hit.
And 13 bludgeoning damage, and it's grappled by that one as well. And they have a swim speed of 60, and both of them will start dragging in towards the shore. So 30 feet since it's grappled.
It's huge.
They are
Are they?
large.
Yeah. So they're not two sizes larger than it, right? So it can actually.
Yeah, they're
doesn't
just
automatically
one
break.
size
The
smaller.
giant octopus is large.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea about the size thing, so you rule it. You're the DM.
Uh-huh.
They would
At
at
So it
least
would
try
have,
that.
it's larger, it would have an advantage on breaking it, but it would still have to roll. It wouldn't automatically break it.
And there's two of them, so yeah, they're working together.
Yeah.
And that's what the octopuses will do.
It drags it away. The jack. Oh, the jack. You also go ahead and take a reactionary attack. I'm sorry. As soon as it plopped out of the water and bit him, you should have been able to attack it then. It's grappled. It's got technically an ally of an octopus by it, so yeah. And it would have definitely had sneak attacks. But yeah, give me an extra arrow, or I skipped you on your ready to action. Yes, that 14 does hit. Just FYI, its armor class is 13, especially for you, Russell. Is that both arrows or just one? Okay. Well, that's a massive arrow. And on your turn, if you're firing an arrow, you can go ahead and give me another one. I skipped you on your ready to action to fire an arrow as soon as it popped out of the water. Oh. And the second arrow just flies right by it. But that was a massive arrow. Massive arrow damage that you did with that first one as soon as it popped out of the water. And then it would be Reno's turn. And Reno's probably muted again.
Hello, hello. I was just a bit away, but I'm here. Reno will try to aid his friends in some way, but is not sure how. Is the monster still underwater?
It is still in the water.
Yeah, like underwater, I can't see it.
Oh, no, it's a... Unless your octopuses drug it under, it's not very deep here at all. It's very shallow. Head was above water. Some would say that he still hasn't gone yet. He's not above water at all. I mean, his head's still above. He hasn't gone under yet.
Reno cast
I'm
Witch's
going
Mockery
to-
on it.
Okay. And it gets a wisdom saving throw, right?
That's correct.
Oh, he's going to make it with a 19 on the die.
Okay,
Unless you'd
no
like to
fun then.
cut it or anything.
No, I can't.
No damage? No.
Nothing at all.
Or are you going to yell at it?
Reno starts playing on his He's gonna use the loot now then, for the sake of whatever, and he is gonna yell that you're really one of a kind, and soon you're extinct.
Okay. Have you got your giant octopus stat available?
What would you
Alright,
like
he is
to
go-
know?
He is
The-
going to dive under the water, and he's going to bite at one. Does their grapple give him the restrained condition, or is he just grappled?
It says it's grappled.
Cannot move.
No, it's until
Alright.
this grapple ends, the target is restrained. Hey.
Alright, he's going to... Oh, okay, so he's got disadvantage on his attack rolls. So the first one is going to be a 13. Does a 13 hit your giant octopus?
It does. Do you want to hit Octopus 1 or Octopus 2?
Let's go with Octopus 1 at the moment, because he's going to tail slap Octopus 2.
Okay.
And he goes under the water, just FYI. Or... Oh, my
Oh,
dice
actually-
stream's really slow today.
As long as he is grappled, he can't move. As he is restrained.
Yeah, he's not moving, he's just attacking. If they're grappling him, I'm assuming they're adjacent. He's got a 10-foot reach anyway, so he's not technically moving. I want to go ahead and use 33
33
points of
damage.
damage to Octopus 1, and
He loves it.
Octopus 2 is getting a tail swap, and he has disadvantage on that attack roll, and he'll miss.
Okay. I
He
got
rolled a
confused
one
because
with
you said he will go deep underwater. That's the
Oh,
reason
he'll
I was
just, yeah, he'll
confused.
lower his head underwater. I'm sorry.
Okay,
That's fluff.
I
Yeah,
misunderstood.
it's just a fluff thing.
Don't shoot the loot
He'll lower his
player.
head underwater and bite one and tail slap the other. He bitched one for 33 points of damage and tail slap the other and just missed completely. So did he eat that one giant octopus, or is it still...
He will have an awful taste of raw fish in his mouth, but it's still alive and still clinging to him.
No, and just FYI, he is now clinging to it. It is now grappled and restrained also.
They love each other.
The one he bit. Yes.
Shout out
Okay,
to
they
him.
are restraining each other.
Sorry, I'm going to shout out at him. Hey kid, keep this thing in one place so we can see it and see if it breathes. So, yeah, I'm trying to ask you to not stop dragging it away. Just
Yeah,
keep
the
it in
octopus will reply, sure. Like a tentacle.
I'm telling you, as the control body, as the government of the octopi. All right.
Ben, it is your turn. It is, it hasn't moved from the spot, but it is underwater again.
My
And you,
turn. If I knew it's my turn, I
it
wouldn't
has
have
some semblance
interrupted.
of cover.
So I take my already magical quarterstaff. I take it with both hands. No, I can't. I have a shield. I take it with one hand, and I hit the water, and the water splits. I'm basically doing my control water, and I'm doing my Moses thing,
Alright.
and I part it, and 100 feet on a side, so 100 cubic feet of water just parts. I just want to see what we're dealing with. It has a range
It's only
of
30
300
feet away. I'm assuming you can reach it, right?
It has a range of 300 feet, so yeah, I'm definitely just moving away 100 cubic feet of water away from the monster and the octopi. And for anyone who's watching, our DM has allowed me to use the spell point variant. That's why I'm using two 4-level spells at this point, although I would have only one spell slot. Now,
Yeah.
what do we see, Michael?
So the water parts like the Red Sea. And,
More like a giant circle, so that our boat would stay afloat, and like a giant circle where the monster is. I want just to leave it dry in there with the two octopi, and so that we can still shoot it from range if we want to.
Okay. You see two octopuses down there grappling, straining around a giant Loch Ness monsters type monster, long neck, big sharp teeth, almost dragon-esque, except instead of claws it has flippers. and a big long tail. And it's chewing on one octopus that has its tentacles wrapped around it, and the other one has its tentacles wrapped around its hindquarters, and it's having its tail slap out, and they're all just kind of flopping now in this dry area. No swim speed.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So I say, there you
And,
have it, boys. Kill that thing. And that's my turn.
Ander, you're up. It is... Yes, I was about to give it underwater, give you disadvantage on your arrow shot there, Jack, but no longer. Ander, you are up.
So we're standing on top of the boat that flipped over.
Yes.
Okay. Since I can't really attack them, I mean, it's too far for me. I'm going to put my weapons away, and then I am going to jump into the water. And I'm going to tell the guys, don't you guys want to flip the boat over? And that'll finish my turn. And
Okay.
I'm just going to ready action. I'm going to, if they want to flip the boat over, I'm going to
By
flip
the way,
it over.
I'm sorry, Ender. I just made the circle so that we have like 5 feet away from our boat. It's already dry.
Oh,
So,
it's within 5 feet?
yeah, you can jump over and get
Oh.
to the bottom of the lake, and if you want to charge. That's why I said, go ahead, kill that thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 30 feet away.
Yeah, but my
It,
cube is like 100 by 100 by 100, so I made it so that we are on the water, on the boat.
Okay,
But
I got you then. All right, cool. Then I'm not.
Go ahead
Then
and do
disregard all that. I am going to just jump off the boat then into the thing, and
It will be quite muddy, though, difficult terrain.
so I'll move 15 feet then, I guess,
You know,
towards them,
like bottom.
and then I will use
Or
my
could you
axe.
use the water control thing to make it dry bottom instead of a muddy
No,
bottom?
no. I cannot do
Alright.
that, but I just parted the water, that's all.
Okay.
That'll finish my turn.
All right, because you'll have to dash to get all the way there, unless you'd like to action surge. Then, because of the muddy
Yeah, I don't
terrain.
really want to use it. Yeah.
Next turn.
The octopus's turn. They're gasping for breath.
Oh, they
Yes,
can hold
sneak
their
attack
breath
will still
for
be
1
valid.
hour.
If they were fish, they would feel like fish out of water. But since they're not fish, they don't feel like fish out of water, and they can hold their breath for an hour.
No, so can it.
I guess my ink cloud won't do any good without any water.
No.
So the octopi
Say
that
their
was
movement is. Do they have a movement speed? Like a non-swimming speed?
oh yeah, they have 10 feet.
Okay.
So they will start by dragging it 5 feet closer to shore, and they will start hitting it again. The first one for a 17 to hit. The second
that
one
is a
for
hit.
a 18 to hit, and I'll just roll everything at once if that's okay with you.
That would be fine.
Let me see. The Octopi is a challenge 1 rating creature. I mean, if you throw this creature against a team of 4 level 1 characters, you will have a TPK if you're an evil DM. This is way too powerful for level 1. Oh, guys. It's not much anyway, but it's a funny roll. 3 6s and a 1. So that will be 19 plus 6. So 25.
Oh, wow. He's bloodied. Nice. And Jack, it is your turn now. And not only do you have octopuses in melee with it, you have Anders in melee. Granted, it got moved 5 feet back away from him still, but close enough. He's huge. Booyah! An arrow from the Jack comes. And it is like ichor just spreads and flows and gets parted to the side because of the water. No, but it is not looking good at all. It's becoming very pale as this arrow sinks into its eyeball. And it will be Reno's turn. And you're
Yeah.
muted.
Yeah, I'm aware this time, actually.
Okay.
Reno is not sure what to do. He knows for sure. This is on the edge of what I will allow myself to do, but the arrows shot into these beasts, they're made of metal.
Say the arrowhead is.
Are they still stuck into it?
Yeah, especially that last one. That was a lot of damage.
Would you allow me to cast heat metal on it?
I don't see why not.
Okay, I thought it was a bit on the edge, but I'll do it then. He will need to make, I think it's Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't make that.
Yeah, that was actually if he held an item, but still, I don't guess he counts as holding it, so he can't drop it anyway. Then he takes 5 plus 4. He takes 9 damage.
Okay.
Fire damage, if that does anything additional. And then I guess I will be done again.
Okay. And then it'll be its turn, and it will proceed to. Let me see here. It's got it grappled, so restrained, so it has advantage on its attacks against octopus number 1, but at the same time it's grappled by it / restrained, meaning it has disadvantage, so they equal out. And he will 13. Does that hit?
That's it. That will hit. Did he continue to munch on octopus 1?
Yes, the same one he hit before for 33 hit points of damage.
And this time he will hit for.
And the second one.
Oh, did he hit him for 33 once more?
Yes. So that's 66 total.
Then he can have some calamari tonight.
As he eats it, and then he'll hit the other one. He'll slap it with its tail that's behind it for 20 points of damage. Bludgeoning, if it matters.
Yeah, the AC is 11.
And this time he did hit the second one for 20 points of damage as he bludgeons it with its tail.
Yeah, still alive.
Alright. So he's still grappled, and it's not grappled by its tail. And Ben. And he won't move.
Freeze, you monster! I tell it as I, point my quarterstaff towards it, and it needs to do a con save of 14.
I think it'll fail. It will.
Awesome.
Where's this con? Yes, it will fail.
Then it is going to take 6 points of cold damage, and it will have disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh no.
Anders,
Sitting on the boat, having fun.
kill this thing.
Alright, man. I'm gonna run right up to it, try to get underneath the octopus, and I'm going to swipe at it. And that is a 14.
That is a hit.
Alright.
I'm assuming your minimum damage will kill it.
Oh, okay.
Remember what to say? Andrew?
That's 6. What?
Remember what to shout when you hit it and finish it off?
Or
For Zephrine!
Oh, I don't think that this is it.
Doesn't matter, it's a monster in the lake. Come on.
Alright. So I do for 5 damage? Does that kill him?
Yes, actually, he
Okay.
had 4 hit
So I
points
just-
left.
So I jump off that boat and just take off running, and I basically just slice him, kind of like stick him right up under between the octopus, and I yell, "Sabrina!" And then
I shouted as well. From the
pull
boat.
it out, and then I just flick the blood down on the ground.
Let's just, I like this for flavor, a little bit fluff. You go and you rip into its gullet from side to side and disembowel it, and as its bowels fall out of its belly, also you can see various trinkets and gems and such like that, and one of them happens to be the shield of Sabrina, or a ring, or an amulet, or some token of hers that you would recognize that
It would
would
be,
not be digested?
It'd be like a hair pick, like
Yes.
it'd be like a hair pick, like with butterflies on it for like her hair.
That is one of the things that falls out of the belly as you disembowel the beast with your sword.
And I would quickly retrieve it, and I would not shed a tear though. You would see me, I would just stare at it for a second, and then I would stick it in my hair, and then I would look back at the guys, and I would just be like, I would just be basically, just appreciating their help, but I wouldn't say nothing.
We
And
understand.
to our many thousand of viewers, I would like to apologize for my ignorance. The octopus didn't turn into calamari; it turned into sanjaki, or else it would have been a squid. So I'm
Calamari
so
is
sorry.
squid.
Yeah, I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
It's quite alright.
You're a bard, it's forgiven. You know a little bit about everything, but you're not expert in anything. So
Ben, the coastal druid, is a big fan of calamari. He can actually... Question: if you summon these creatures and then, like, it's killed, Can
no,
you-
I think they're fey and disappear.
okay. You can't
Otherwise,
cook it.
yeah, I would have no problem finding rations for rations for everyone.
The one who is left will climb into the water and wait there for my next assignment until the spell ends.
Because otherwise, I summoned 2 pigs, 1 cow, and 5 cabbages and a few carrots. Let's see.
Cabbages.
Well, there might be
Summon
vegetarians. I don't know.
A shambling mound or something. I don't know. Cabbage people.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah. Okay, so you have this giant plesiosaur, which is a reflavored Tyrannosaurus Rex, just in case anybody was wondering, because the plesiosaur was just lame. So I went with that and just switched it from a swim speed to a land speed to a swim speed.
I want
It's
to
awesome.
jump in the mud and I want to study it because a new creature I haven't heard about. I only heard about, so I want to go ahead and take the time to study it. My spell lasts for, was it an hour or something? As long as my spell allows me to, I will study it just to confirm. Oh, 10 minutes. So I have 10 minutes to study this creature before the water goes back and up.
It's not very deep. It's only about 10 feet deep, but just enough to cover it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I wanted everyone to see it and Andrew to have his moment. So yeah, that's why I did all these things. But now, for the rest 9 minutes or so, I want to study the creature.
Okay. It is gray-skinned. It doesn't have scales, so to speak. It's skin, but a very hard skin, natural armor type thing, but doesn't have a great armor class. Very large teeth, fangs, used for biting and grabbing fish. It's huge, though. It's probably about 30 feet long. By 20 feet wide, thickest body, but it's primarily, most of it is neck and tail.
Does it seem like it's edible? Can I try
you
a piece
could.
of it?
I mean, it's raw at the moment, and
I know. I love sushi.
okay. Well, see, it's not fish; it's more lizard-esque.
Oh, yeah.
It's got flippers though, instead of it's almost dragon-esque, except it has flippers instead of claws.
So I turn to the guys and say, guys, do we need like extra rations or are we fine right now?
Green blood.
Andrew says, "I'll try it." He'll take some.
No, Anders. Ander, you had your moment, but just for curiosity, I would be against you, hurting that creature, hurting, no, taking parts of it. If we really need food, yes, I wouldn't mind if we take some, but if we don't need any more food, I just want to say a little prayer for us killing that creature and just throw it inside the lake for it to rot and give its life force to the rest of the creatures of the lake. So, do we really need food or not? Andrew.
No, I understand.
All right,
Out of
Appreciate your
curiosity,
understanding.
Michael, if I had polymorphed the sea monster into, say, a mouse or something, and the octopus ate it, when it eats it, it returns to its normal size. What happens?
Yeah. See, I've heard that before of like something getting eaten. Sorcerer got eaten by a giant frog or something like that, and then it gets. I want to say it would throw it up as it enlarged. It would expel itself from the tummy.
Okay, so we wouldn't burst the creature.
No.
Ah, damn it. I had plans for the dragon.
I had similar plans, man.
Oh,
Fucking bards, by the way, they're like copycats. Like they know all the spells, all the good spells. But anyways, at the end, I will just mount the creature's neck. I will caress its head. I will say a few prayers, and I'll just release I'll wait for everyone to reach shore, and then I'll release my.
Oh, it doesn't have
concentration on
gills either.
Gills. Yeah. I'm just.
It doesn't have gills.
I'll wait everyone to get up shore, and I'll just release my concentration of the spell as I'll just speaking to a dead animal. It'd be weird, really weird. But then the water will slowly come back into the not crevice, but empty space I created, and it will start drowning away, and I will swim to shore to meet the rest of the guys. I'll be kind of sad that we killed that creature, but it was for Sabrina, so I'd understand.
The dreaded cove beast of Crystalmere Lake.
Yeah, humans have that. Well, humanoids, not to be disrespectful. So all humanoids have that thing about, putting this monster tag on creatures that I don't understand. But yeah, if it's for Sabrina, for a friend, I understand it.
Just because it ate you doesn't.
Bit me in its nature. I mean, I don't feel bad about it.
Are we going to have like a short rest after the fight?
I'll be urging you to have it.
I thought about fighters and the guys that actually got some harm, and you were about to dissect this huge creature and stuff.
I think Ben was the only one to actually get bit by the thing besides your octopi.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will be urging you for me to let me rest, but of course, if we're in a hurry, I will understand. What do you guys think? Would you allow me to rest?
Andrew would allow you to rest for the
of course
that you did for him.
Well, thank you guys. Most of you, all of you agree. Thank you. So I'm going to take out my herbs. I'm going to make another tea. I'm going to let everyone help themselves. I'm going to roll me some dice.
Reno
will Reno be playing?
Yeah, he will sit down with his lute and he will start making a song of courage and heroes. And the main hero in the song is Anders Stormwind, who finally managed to slay the monster who has been seen as the main opponent of his people, or like the scary monster for his people for so long.
Avenge the death of his sister Sabrina.
Of course.
Is it a diet?
That's in verse 2, together with a detailed description of her, or at least what he hopes she looked like.
He would be just totally fascinated, and he'd just be listening to you, and then at the end he'd be like, "But it wouldn't have been done if I wouldn't have had you guys."
Is it a die 8, Rob?
It's an additional D8, yeah.
Thank you.
But you need to use a hit die in order to be able to use it.
I'll be using a lot.
If 40, how much hit points did the giant badger form have?
A little.
16 or something, I think.
13.
No.
Yeah.
13.
12. 13.
While you're doing this, I'm going to take the opportunity to go get another cup of coffee. Let's take a short little 5-minute break as he's rolling some hit dice.
Yes. Okay. 4 hit die later, I'm back at full health. And my spell points are back a little as well. Okay guys, be right back.
I love coffee.
I will second you on that. I'm actually out of espresso, so I need to drink the normal coffee today.
Yeah, I only drink normal coffee.
I used to, but since my wife's from Italy, that changed.
Yeah. So that's why you're familiar with the Italian politicians.
Yeah. And also, like I mentioned, they're actually written about them in the Norwegian newspaper. So when you're good,
So you
good
speak,
enough.
assuming,
Huh?
You speak Italian, Norwegian, English? Anything else?
I speak approximately 10 to 15 Italian words. I'm so ashamed I need to learn the language. But I can
So your wife
understand a
speaks?
little.
What all does she speak?
She actually speaks Italian, of course, Spanish, French, English, Norwegian, and she studied a little bit of Japanese, but she says she has forgotten most of it. And French, if I didn't mention it, but she can only read and understand, but she's not that good at speaking French.
Same thing for me. I took French in high school and college, and because there was nobody to speak French with around here, I couldn't speak it worth crap. But I could read and write it pretty. 20 years ago, I could read and write it pretty good.
I had German for 2 weeks. Then I switched to what we called games with like basket football and stuff like that. And I hate sports, so it should describe how much I love German.
Oh. Wow. A huge sports fan. Our NCAA tournament basketball, college basketball tournament starting. So, yay.
The only sports that I think is cool is mixed martial arts. That I think is fun to watch. But it's the only thing.
Huge UK basketball fan, along with the Cincinnati Bengals professional football.
Yeah,
our local college basketball is awesome. One of the best ever. The best ever.
I have a friend who is very fond of American football, and he says that if you take the time to actually get into it, he says it's way more interesting than the European variant.
I'm back.
I haven't exactly taken the time to get into the European soccer thing. I've seen a few games. It's just too slow for me.
It's 22 grown men who has a salary which will mostly exceed whatever any of us earn together, and they are arguing over one piece of letter.
Well, it's the same.
We can just call that about almost every professional sports. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's my point. Except mixed martial arts, then you try to survive and not get killed. So that's the reason it's interesting.
Joey, NCAA tournament. Who you got?
I don't watch basketball. I'm just football, baseball.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. UK, we're going all the way, baby. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm a Cubs fan.
So anyway.
That says a lot.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Go Cubs, go.
Hey, you got Theo Epstein, though, now as your GM or
it's
baseball manager or whatever.
For us now.
Yeah, he'll run the team.
A long time.
Are the Cubs like this team from Men in Black that won this thing just once, surprising everyone?
Over 100
never
years
won
ago.
anything. Yeah, and never won
Didn't
anything.
the Cubs, Back to the Future, where they came back 30 years into
that was this
2015,
year.
the Cubs.
Last year.
Yeah, the Cubs won the series last year, according to Back to the Future. But
It was
they
close. It
didn't.
was the Miami. I forget what it was. Miami Gators or something like that. Because the team actually did go back to Miami, but they didn't change their name. Though the Marlins.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cubs were just
Y'all
basically
knew-
we just partied, had fun. That's what the Cubs are about.
Cubs haven't won the series since, what, 19...
07, 08.
07, 08, that was it? Wow. Poor
Yeah.
guys. Bart, man.
Oh, it wasn't his fault.
I watched that game, dude.
There was
I
he
actually
had
watched
2
it.
errors, and that was all the team.
Yeah, I know. It was amazing.
They just wanted to blame somebody.
Red sugar coffee.
Did we lose Russell?
No, just taking a 5 or something. I don't know.
I was about to go ahead and start it again.
Oh, because the screen looks blank to me. On mine.
Yeah, but he has a screen. If he dropped out, he wouldn't have a screen at all.
True that.
But one step towards understanding European football is stop calling it soccer.
I don't think I could. I don't think I have it in me, man.
Well, I stopped calling American football.
Fair
It's
enough.
football.
I don't know. It's just.
Isn't like the American football actually just rugby for wimps?
Don't
I saw
start
somebody
that.
mention that the other day. They said something like you have to put on 30 pounds of protective gear just to play rugby.
Yes, kind of. But yeah, let's not start this.
Who was that I saw? Anyway, the Jack is back. So you all have taken a short rest. And in doing so, I'm assuming Ben would have checked out his map that he
Oh,
copied
yeah.
down from.
In the meantime, I not only checked it out, but I pulled it out for everyone to see, and yeah, devise a plan.
This cove that comes out from the lake is, oh my. Rugby is 80 minutes of guys pretending to be hurt.
And pretending not to be hurt.
Oh, okay. You know,
Do you watch any sports? Oh, that's Russell. All right, I thought it was Rob.
No, but it's my favorite quote of the day.
If it was Russell, I'd understand. They have all kinds of sports down in South Africa, and they have it like in one place. He's probably not favoring either, or I don't know.
who plays cricket? Anybody cricket?
Who plays croquet? Oh,
Russell,
plays
cricket.
Cricket. Okay.
Russell's making some hand movements. I can't make out what it is.
He said that he is playing cricket.
Oh, you play cricket? Awesome. So wicked wobbly, or I don't know.
So is it better than baseball? Let's not go there.
Okay. So you have checked out the map that you copied down from the Elven Spirit, the ancient Elven Spirit, who read your map for you. And as this cove comes in from the lake, it is right at the foot of the Grey Mountains, and they loom up above you. But following this map, you can follow a trail that'll wind in around into a valley of the mountains, and there you shall find the entrance to this cave, which is very covered up by rocks. You could, if you weren't looking for a cave entrance at this point, roller derby for the win. If you weren't looking for a cave entrance at this point, you could easily pass it up. And that's where your map will lead you to go. Now, according to this map, it is several miles. It's a very deep cave, going hard into the gray mountains that rise and loom above you as their gray rock glimmers into it. They're almost not soil covered like normal mountains, but the top of the Alps, so to speak, which is just rock. Every once in a while you can see a bit of a shrubbery that's bound a crag to root into and will grow, but primarily the mountains looming up above you are barren, dry, desolate rock. And this is where the cave entrance is dwelled into, hidden amongst some rocks. You could walk by it without even noticing.
Hey, look, guys, a cave.
Yeah. I guess it's dark inside.
It is.
I guess so too.
Reno will look over at Andrew and say, would you like me to cast light on your shield?
He would nod to you. He's like, go for it.
Yeah.
Is the cave with water? It goes in water inside the cave, so we could row inside there.
There is no water in the cave. You
Okay.
can hear, not deep, but every once in a while you may be able to find a puddle as some dripping from rain has etched through here and there. Some moisture has condensed.
Can
for
I
example,
pull
as
the
you
boat
head
up on
in.
the shore? Is it small enough for me to pull it
Yeah.
up? All right, I'm gonna pull it up
Oh.
then, and I'm gonna kind of cover it up a little bit, pull it off to the side, hide it the best I can.
Oh, jeez.
The cave entrance is about a mile inland, just FYI, so dragging the boat there would be problematic. But it could definitely be left at the.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
I'm just putting it up just so it doesn't get knocked in the water or whatever.
Ben would say, "Oh, geez, what did this elven fine lady tell us about this cave? Is it really, really dangerous? Do we just have to, find our slide our way through. And as I turn around my party and I see two other men, humans, right? And one halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Well, it would probably take all of my power away, but if everyone is more willing to proceed in total darkness with the special senses provided by my awesome magic, but that will leave me with very few power for the final fight, then we can do it this way, without light sources.
I don't know much about dragons, Ben, but I saw them hunting during midnight last night. I assume they are able to see their prey in darkness as well.
So you suggest we proceed with a light source?
Yeah, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying it would surprise me if they prefer to hunt at night and are not able to see during night.
Yes, but I wanted to hear your opinion. How do we proceed? What do you prefer? Light source or not? Or a weak druid at the end of the path?
I suggest we ask the guy who will walk up front. What do you think, Ander?
Ander will look at both of you guys and kind of is like, well, I don't care. Whatever you guys want. I just want to get going. And
Well,
he kind
maybe
of holds his shield up. What's that?
The Jack had a comment.
Yeah, maybe
didn't
if
catch
Jack
it.
is brave enough, we can send him out to scout.
Oh, you mean
He
as
has
a
been
bait?
through this before. The Jack has been through this before.
All right, but maybe I can help his senses and give him what they else call dark vision, so that he'll scout better. Would the Jack prefer that? Tiny friend, what says you?
Just FYI, the Jack, this is the way that you went into the cavern before. And you know fairly well the outlet. It has been many years since you did this. But it was nothing lived back there. But you do recall now that you have been Smokeleaf wondering about mushrooms. You recall various strange fungus, such as that, growing around periodically where there's been a drip or condensation of water. And wow, that stuff's valuable. I should have snagged some of that when I was here before. Who knew? Not exactly a spores, molds, and fungus type of guy. And the end of it was a few miles long, and at the very end, yes, exactly what they are. And at the very end, it was just a very narrow opening that you could just squiggle your way through into the large main hall of the Dragon Temple, where the Emeraldus was located up on a huge pedestal, quite a ways away from the entrance of the tunnel where this thing comes through.
So, was there a place, my friend, where it was totally dark, and you needed...
It was dark.
All right. So, it will seem weird, like most of my spells, but bear with me, my little friend. And I'll take some dried carrots out of my pouch, and I'll put some water on them, and I'll place them over your eyelids, and I'll tell you, close your eyes now. And I'll just lightly rub them in, and I'll say a few words in Druidic, and I'll tell you, open your eyes, Jack. And you are now able to see in darkness.
Dun, dun, dun. The Jack.
Always welcome, my friend.
And for those at home who can't know, the Jack thanks him quite thoroughly. With a spell, and he'll take out and scout ahead. Just FYI, the Jack, the tunnel is fairly undisturbed from the last time you were here. There's been no trace or sign that this tunnel is being used for anything at all. But you can tell the magic mushrooms, the fungus growing periodically,
Oh yes.
and you can even
Since I gave you
see.
this special gift, find this kind of mushrooms and pick them up for me, but just don't eat them. You need special attendance, otherwise overdosage might kill you, my little friend. But after we're done with this, I'll prepare a special dosage for you after you tell me your weight in kilograms, preferably, so that we can have some fun after we kill the dragon. And I suggest we all now hide behind Ender with the light source, maybe 60 feet away from you, little guy. Is that okay? So that you can be in total darkness and hidden if needed. All right. So I pull up my shield, go behind Ender, and prepare for what's to come. I've given you my map also, the Jack. I know you know the way, but now we have a map from weird elven ghost. So yeah, pick up all those mushrooms you can find and lead us.
Okay. At one point in time, Jack, as you're scraping some of the mushroom off of a growth from the side of the thing, you'll notice like a mouse scurrying about, maybe a bat flying by you overhead. And
Before you leave, I'll slap you on the shoulder and I'll say, I'm sure you can do this, but if anything should happen to you, I will write a song about your courage, and I'll give you bardic inspiration, which lasts for 10 minutes. So you better run.
Oh, so a little animal. Do we hear those little animals?
Yes.
I assume we can all catch a mouse if we wanted to. You know, putting our wits and skills together.
Sure.
All right, I'll ask everyone to catch one of those mice, and I will just take out some food, some of my rations, and I'll give it to it, and I'll cuddle it in my hands, and I try to speak to it as a ritual.
Okay.
And I just speak with animals, asking it, are there any vicious creatures up ahead, a part of the dragon? So tell me, my friend, tell me everything you know about this.
Besides the dragon?
Yes.
No.
You haven't seen anything larger than you beside the dragon?
Flying bats?
Anything else? Come on, little guy. I have more food from where that came from.
No. Just
No.
the big thing that you know.
And does it treat you well? Or does it eat your friends?
Yeah.
From time to time?
No. It's good to us. We like
Perfect.
it.
No.
It throws leftovers, and we nibble on it.
But we are also very fine
We
people
like it.
who would be kind to your kind as well. So here, there you go, and I give it like full day rations for a human. I don't know for mice how
Okay.
much that would be, but like share this with your friends and family, and you know,
We will.
tell them
And,
that human are also good neighbors besides
But
dragons.
we'll have all your rations soon enough, and whatever he doesn't strip from your bones.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're gonna be
we'll have
that
that too.
kind of creatures. All right. So since I haven't released you yet, is there a chance you're going to warn your master of us?
He already knows.
All right. You are very lucky. You're speaking to a druid. So now, Scutter, and I just throw it, but just a tiny bit, aggressively towards the floor, so it gets hurt a little, but just a little.
Scurries off.
And I tell
Yeah.
everyone else, well, according to this mouse, their master, as they call him, probably the dragon we're hunting, knows about us already.
A dragon is the master of mouse?
Yeah, probably he has some inferiority complex. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Okay. Well,
Dragon's a
I
master
only
of
wish,
everything.
I only wish we could have told the Jack before he ventured on his own.
Well, 60 feet away, we can whisper, but
Well,
you know.
I thought he would continue to go, and that we stopped to talk with this rodent of yours.
I'm assuming
Oh.
he's not going to make the final ascent up through the hole without you also. Correct? You're not going to squirm through that hole by yourself, are you, Jack? Or are you going to wait for them to catch up to you?
Last time I spoke to the Jack, we discussed that he would be like 60 feet away from us only. Were you not there, Reno?
He was like, yeah, I was going to peek that hole and grab some treasure in case the dragon was still sleeping, but not now. Oh, wait.
Reno will suggest that we make haste to reach him, as he thinks that the Jack will walk into this ambush with a dragon on his own.
All right, let's save our little friend. He has my mushrooms, by the way, so yeah, let's go.
Are you talking about the mouse again?
No, mushrooms.
Oh, okay. Now I'm very confused.
It is
You have
lit
so
so
many
you can
friends.
hurry. It is lit with the light spell, so y'all can hurry up to the Jack and catch up with him as he's still about 10 minutes from the exit to the cave, where it's a narrow little passageway he can wiggle through. And you catch up to him. He's skulking and hiding, grabbing some mushroom every once in a while when he finds some.
I try to whisper, although I know that the dragon knows about us, but yeah, my I just cannot let myself just shout out, and I was like, Jack, are you here? Just to
Tell
let you
him
know,
something is flying above.
a little mouse told me that the dragon knows that we're coming. Be aware.
Bats are flying above your head every once in a while.
Fucking bats. They're probably
Yes, would you
his
like to talk to one of
eyes.
them too?
Do I have 10 minutes?
Let's just say if it only took you a minute or so to catch up to the guy, so sure, you can have a minute or so if you'd like to snag a bat out of the air.
I won't trying to catch it. I'll just try to, perform my ritual, get attuned to the nature of this cave, and then ask the bats, "Hello, bats. What's up?"
If it will take 10 more minutes, Reno is going to suggest that we move on.
All right, so I won't do that.
And he's got that bardic inspiration.
Sorry, mate. Let's move on. Let's attack the dragon. Let's kill the
Alright.
dragon. Let's
So
feast on
you
dragon
get to
flesh.
the entrance, and or the exit. The tunnel will narrow as it's going forward, and there's just a small little 2.5, 3 foot diameter hole. And as you know, Jack, it's on the floor level, so it's not like you'll peek your head out in the hole and have 50 feet farther down. And you can see an eerie green glow coming from the hole, where it's pitch black around here, except for the area that you have illuminated by the light spell shield. And so, how would y'all like to proceed now? There a green glow previous? There was not. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and. I'm not saying that it is at that point now, but I just want to go ahead and take care of this. So, can I get an initiative check from everybody? I just want to go ahead and have one in case something happens where I'm like, okay, and now we're in initiative. And I'll be doing how people, oh, okay, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I just want to go ahead and get an initiative.
14 for
And
Ben.
what did you get? 14 for Ben?
And 14
Okay.
for Russell. I'll be right after Jack.
14 for Russell. And I saw something just flick up for you, Ander. What was it?
Andrew is at 18, Robin is at 19.
Okay. So, Lair, Robin, oh, sorry, Reno,
I'd probably be in front with my shield, I imagine.
Ander. Let's say the Jack has a higher dexterity modifier than Ben. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start an initiative order at the moment and go Reno. You've come. You're still quite a bit of ways from Robin. Reno got a 19.
I'm just putting it out there
Oh,
for
okay.
everyone to see. In case they need to refer
Reno,
to.
you're still about 30, 40 feet away from this small hole, and his light shield has not gotten to that area.
I will try to sneak up stealthily then.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, I will have advantage due to my awesome elven gear.
You will.
So that will be a 17 on the die plus 10, so 27.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
All right, you sneak up to the hole. Would you like to look through or anything?
Yeah, if I can reach it. I only have 30 feet of movement, but if I can reach it, I would like to look through.
You can look through, but you won't be able to stick your head through. But you can, peer down and look from still probably about 10 feet away.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a perception check.
12 plus perception. I have 3, so 15.
That's just enough to see a foot off in the distance, a big claw off in the distance. Not too far in the distance, but
I will put my hand into my pocket, put up my deck of cards, and I will flip one of my cards down to the ground where I see the foot, and the card will be it's my Joker.
no, awesome.
Okay, then there will be an illusion of me down on the ground. Say 30
Okay.
feet away from the foot. And I'm done.
All right. Okay. Just FYI, is that a intelligence save or anything to determine if it's an illusion?
I think the DC is 15.
Okay.
An investigation check, DC 15.
Oh, it's an investigation? He ain't going to actively investigate nothing. Okay, Ander.
And also, if he tries to hit it or bite it or whatever, he will understand that is an illusion because it's not a solid object.
Ander.
So what do I see? Did I see everything he sees?
All you see is he sneaks up and kind of gets near the hole and looks down. He's still away from the hole, but he looks down and he
All right.
throws a card through.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna go up there quiet because I don't really think I can sneak with a light on me.
No, not with the light on you.
So I'm just gonna move up to him silently, and I'm just gonna ready my action, I suppose, for an
Okay.
attack.
Beat anything you see.
Yeah.
The Jack. Like to sneak up and look through the hole or anything? Walk up and get to the side of the hole? Say, because you're nimble and dash. Hold back. Fair enough. Let those guys investigate the hole. I don't blame you. How far back would you like to be from the hole? Okay. And Ben.
I'm going to approach the hole. I'm going to stand in the middle of everyone.
Okay.
I'm going to turn around.
That's still about 10 feet from the hole, just FYI.
All right. I'm going to turn around to everyone, especially to Ander, and then I'm going to tell him, Ander, my friend, you're not very good in sneaking, are you?
No, I'm
His
not.
shield is lit.
So I'm going to place this boon upon us and everyone else around us so that we can sneak into this creature's lair, hopefully unnoticed. So I'm going to reach for Ander. I'm going to try to... don't take this personally, man. I'm going to try to hug him by the shoulders. With one of my hands, I take some ashes from my pouch and I put this on my forehead, on his forehead, and I'm going to throw some ash around us in a 30 feet sphere. And I'm doing the Pass Without Trace spell, and everyone around us takes a +10 bonus to stealth checks.
Hey.
I'm not saying it's not nice with some cuddling, but this is neither the place nor the time, my friend.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't care about you not understanding magic, because you don't.
Oh, no, we were just making a light joke of it.
Magic is weird. Yes, I'm still in character. I understand you, but I'm still in character. So, yeah.
Do we get a +10 on top of our normal stats?
Yes, on top of everything, you have +10 to stealth.
Nice.
So now I want to silently and slightly dash inside with this awesome bonus that I have, and see what's going on. My stealth will be
wriggling through the hole. I mean, the spell is that a bonus action or is that an action?
It's an action.
Okay.
I cannot reach it yet. All right.
No,
I cannot reach it yet.
I'm just kind of going in order of turn at the moment, so you can get up to the hole or 10 feet away from the hole, just like everybody else, and then you cast that.
All right.
And
so yeah, I didn't understand how far I am. If I cannot reach it without getting inside, I'm not getting. I'm sorry, I said dashed as a word, not as an action.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Fair
right.
enough.
So I just blessed everyone, and I'm standing outside, feeling good about myself.
Okay. Reno, you were in actually kind of like on your knees looking through the hole when you threw the card through.
Yeah.
And you can see a foot smash the appearance of the Joker.
A foot smashing it?
Mm-hmm.
I
that it was
assume
near,
that
just
will.
smash it.
I assume that will destroy the card, so then the illusion breaks and everything is gone.
And then, right where you all are standing, suddenly, growing up out of the ground, will be this huge thicket of thorns. And if every one of you, going all the way back through the tunnel, quite far, go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
Against thorns spreading under the ground?
Yes.
Is it a strength save?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
16 for me.
Okay.
13 for Ander.
Better, because I have 17.
Jack. Oh my. Okay. 17 was the highest one.
By me, yes, because you said something like thorns coming out of the ground, so I have advantage versus that.
Oh. Okay.
Because a druid. useless 6th level thing comes into play.
All right. Everybody takes 18 points of piercing damage. Even, yes, 17 wasn't high enough. And you are pushed to either side of the wall. Go ahead and call right or left real quick. Ander, right or left?
Right.
Reno, right or left?
Left.
Ben, right or left?
I'm gonna roll a die to determine left.
Left. Okay, so you and Reno are on one side, and the Jack and Ander are on the other side of the wall. As this thicket just appears 10 feet high, all from floor to ceiling, right in the center of it, all the way back through the tunnel, 60 feet far, and pushes you to the side, and it's right at the edge of the hole. All the way up to there, to where you'd have to go through the thicket to go through the hole. So, Reno.
Yeah.
What do
It was some kind of bush thing that came up with thorns in it.
Yes.
And it blocks my access to this hole.
Yes.
And how much damage did it do?
18.
18 piercing.
And 16 wasn't high enough to escape? No. Okay, yeah. Good.
War was 17?
DC 18. Neither was 17, it was an 18's DC.
Do I still see the foot?
No. The thicket is blocking your view.
Okay. I have no idea what this thing is, but would it appear to me to be some sort of spell?
Well, I mean, a 5-foot thick, 10-foot high from floor to ceiling, just thicket of brambles and thorns to spring up from the ground. It's a fairly reasonable conclusion.
Okay, I'll try to cast Dispel Magic on it then.
Okay.
If it's level 3 or less, it will just go away. If it's higher, I need to roll a die.
Just roll a die.
Okay. And then I need 10 plus the spell's level, I believe, to dispel it. I rolled a 17, and I have plus 6. So 20.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You to dispel the thicket. It is suddenly gone.
It was actually not a 16, but a 19, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'll allow it. It's a pretty good high roll on a dispel magic. I'll buy it. I'll allow it.
And I'll yeah, I guess that will be my turn. I will try to move up and peek out again to see if I see something down there.
You want to move up to the hole itself?
Yeah.
It's only 10 feet away. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. And if you want to stick your head through, would you like to stick your head through?
No.
Okay. Then pretty much you can just see the foot, maybe even another foot.
Okay. Yeah. That will be enough for me. Then I will go 5 feet back down again.
Okay.
And I'll say to the others, there's still a foot down there.
All right, I'm gonna move up to the hole. 10 feet, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look down the hole. What do I see?
If you want to stick your head through it, then you can see everything. If you don't, you'll see a foot or so.
All right. Well, I mean, what do I see? Like the hole? Does it look like the hole? Does it go down, or is it just the room's right there? From
the hole in the wall is only like 2.5, 3 feet. It would be difficult terrain. For you to fall prone, move through the hole would be almost your entire action or movement to wiggle through it and then stand back up again.
Do I see
on
a
the other
tunnel?
side? But no, the hole
room?
opens up. The floor remains normal. It's just like a mouse hole, so to speak. Floor is level with the floor going through it, and it opens up into a large room.
Can I tell how far it is? Like the drop?
Oh, there's no drop from the hole. It's the floor is the same level as the floor that you're in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. See, I was thinking something different.
Okay. Like a mouse hole in the floor, like you're, have to scroll through here, wiggle through the narrow opening, and it's the same floor level that you're at now. It just then opens up into a large room.
Is there a light in the room? Or just the light of my shield?
Eerie green light.
Alright, then man. Alright, I guess I'm gonna put my head through it and look.
Aha.
Somebody's gotta do it.
Might as well be you, right?
I guess.
I hope the druid can attach your head again.
Well, I was gonna try to sneak in, but
I can
Any-
touch
alright, then I'm gonna pop back out. And I'm going to
Okay.
use my bonus action, and I'm going to use my second win to heal myself,
Okay.
which is for 12.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go in the hall.
Why? Stop! I shout.
And I'll stop. And what are we gonna do? Just stand out here and let it attack us?
Draw it out.
Okay. And then I'll move back.
It's going to scroll through this 2.5, 3 foot wide hole.
I'll come out as soon as he yells at me. I'll pull back out as fast as I can.
Okay.
I'll just look at him and be like, well, all right.
The Jack.
So he knocks an arrow of dragon slaying and asking if he has a shot.
If you'd like to move up to the hole, then yes, you could get a shot off. Okie dokie, doggy daddy. I'm gonna say he knows you're there. So, hey, give me a stealth roll anyway, with a +10 and all that crap, and I suppose with advantage. If you do high enough, then you can get advantage on your attack roll.
High enough. He's a halfling. He has to roll
Fair
2
enough.
ones in a row to fail.
Yeah, but he's a halfling, so that would be rolled anyway. I'm going to assume that this roll is going to be impossible. Yeah. Also, you got to add your +10 for the stealth
You
crap.
have
and
plus
everything.
10 from
Okay.
me, yeah.
You can have advantage on your attack roll to attack the dragon and sneak attack. As you can just roll through and clock an arrow and look through, see the dragon, and boom, fire. That is a hit. And what does the arrowless slaying do?
Some awesome damage.
I'd say. Oh, okay. DC 17. Is that a con save?
Yep.
He makes the con save on the die roll. So he'll take.
Don't tell us those things so that
Oh,
we
sorry.
don't met again. Because I have a plan and I don't want to know that.
Oh, well, the cutting words thing is a die roll. So he'll take half that 3d10 for the slaying and then
Oh,
sneak
yeah.
attack.
So you're saying it for the bard who didn't react.
Yeah. I know it's a lot of dice you're rolling there.
Kill it and let's go home.
+1. Okay. It is a +1 bow.
But it's only half on the arrow slaying. Alright.
But the arrow damage and then his, what do you get, 3d6 sneak attack damage?
Yeah, it's not half on the sneak attack, it's not half
Yeah.
on your +4 modifier or whatever. It's just half on the 6 die 10.
Yeah, you did get advantage on the attack roll, so you did get sneak attack damage.
Ooh, cool.
Oh,
So
so
yeah,
it's just
we killed it.
45 for the 6d10?
He killed it, let's go.
I'm really starting to get nervous when Michael is like, come on, give it some more damage. Come on, you can do better than this. Like, okay, it's going to be so nice when it's the dragon's turn.
Well, it had a turn, it just didn't decide to breathe through the hole at you all. I don't know why, it just didn't seem appropriate.
I was hoping it would use its breath attack on my illusion,
Uh-huh.
and that it never could recharge again.
I thought about it, but since you threw it right at its foot, it seemed more logically for it to just smash it with its foot.
Yeah, I actually threw it down there as a distraction, so it should see
Ah.
it and not us.
Well, it did work. I mean, it knows you're coming, though. Okay, and then Ben.
Guys, wouldn't it be the smart thing to do to lure it out of its lair instead of attacking it in its lair?
One more thing. The Jack, since you have a bonus action, such like that, would you like to squiggle through the hole for you and into the lair, or would you like to move back away from everybody else? A simple in or out will suffice on your type skill.
Which is a plus what?
Oh, he's moving into the lair. Okay.
And there goes my plan. So yeah, my plan just burst. Give me a second, please.
The Jack squiggles through the hole and let's just say over to the side and chooses to probably find a piece of rubble or something to hide behind.
Where's that fucking spell? And what's the range of it?
A fireball, you mean?
I wish.
A lightning
Oh,
bolt, then.
Oh, it's a range of touch. All right, cool. And he just went in. Perfect. I put protection from poison on myself, and I go back 30 feet. And I told already the guys that it would be an awesome idea to lure it out of its lair, but one of us already went in, so I'm kind of saving myself this turn.
And everybody go ahead. I'm sorry, not everybody. Everybody but the Jack. Give me a con save. If you have advantage, which I believe somebody wearing a shield, particularly nice shield with an emblem of a dragon on it does, you have advantage on it. If
Yeah.
that spell gives you advantage, then you have advantage.
20
But the
feet
Jack,
away didn't
you
get me out of it?
no 60 feet range on this.
Bastards. Bastards.
I don't know. I have +7, so I get a total of 20.
Okay, you
But
made
if
your
I-
saving throw.
Okay, then I probably survive then. Maybe.
It's a Constitution 18 saving throw. Just go ahead and let you know you have advantage, Ander, because of
I
your shield.
failed.
And I believe that you failed even with
Yeah, I got
advantage.
10. Yep.
I'm sorry. And Todor's still rolling his dice in his hands.
Oh yes. So
Don't
what did
you
you
have
say?
a
He's
proficiency in
got armor that
dexterity
gives
under?
him resistance. It's a con save.
You said 17, right?
Ah,
Nope,
oh,
18.
Michael. Then I
Think
fucked
again.
up.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dexterity. Then I don't have it. Then I only have 15.
Come on, didn't you say like 17?
I said I would have 20 with
Not
dexterity.
It's a DC 18 con saving throw. Takes 56 points of poison damage. And if you got an 18 or higher on your con save, then you take half that, which would be 28, which you have resistance from your armor.
Yes, and I
Or
also had
resistance from
advantage
the
and I
spell.
rolled 17, so are you sure it's not a 17?
It's an 18. I'm pretty damn sure. I'm sorry. But you have resistance. So you have 26. And then on its action, and then the jack. Would you like to give me a wisdom saving throw of 15 as this green misty fog incorporates you inside the lair as you're looking at the dragon? And you are charmed, which in D&D Aspects 5th edition now simply means you'll get a save at the end of your turn, and you just can't act. It's not like you're going to be like, oh, I'm defending the dragon or anything. No, it's just pretty much you're just kind of like, what? Huh? Charmed is more like dazed now.
The dragon can use its social skills to ask him to do stuff. The DC will be 5, 10, and 20 for various kind of tasks.
Oh, okay.
But basically, yeah, it can still ask him to attack us with
Okay.
persuasion.
No, he won't. He'll do it himself. It's a lair action is what charmed you.
Just keep him away.
Reno,
Yeah.
are you conscious?
Look at my screen. That's my death saving throw.
You made it,
Yeah. One down.
Ander.
Alright, I'm gonna put my sword away. I'm gonna set my shield down, and I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. I
Okay.
imagine that
Get the
tickle my-
hell out of there, man! I shout from the back.
What's that?
I shout from the back, get the hell out of there!
Are you yelling
Save
that to me
yourself.
or to?
To everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna
Pretty
pull
much
out my-
you.
I'm gonna grab my shield and I'm gonna back up because I'm down pretty good. So I'm just gonna back up, I guess. And how to finish my
Okay.
turn.
Okay, the jack. You're charmed at the moment. He didn't ask you to do anything or anything, so at the end of your turn, go ahead and give me another saving throw.
I think he still can move and stuff, but he just cannot attack the person who charmed him or the creature.
Eh. Alright, you're no longer charmed. I want to say that you're like, oh, nobody came through. You're just kind of like, yeah, there's nobody else to attack in here other than the dragon who's just looking at you and like, friggin' scared. He hasn't used his frightful presence yet. Ben,
Get up, you funny man. For 6 points of healing. And I'll back away 30 more feet.
Was that
okay,
to
so
Reno?
you're,
Yeah, funny man.
yeah,
Clown. And I'm going to dunk one of my healing potions as an action.
okay,
And that's my turn. Come on.
okay. And then it will be the dragon's turn. What's its recharge? What's its recharge? So far, I haven't used a legendary action yet either, really. Booyah! It's recharged, but you know what? I don't think he's going to do that. Jack, give me a wisdom saving throw as he suddenly goes, roar! And just frightful appearance as he just gets all melee on you.
I think he rolled a 1.
Oh, really?
Judging by his... Yeah, he rolled a 1.
Okay. I was looking at the DC save on it. There it is. You rolled a 1? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. You are frightened. Now, doesn't mean you can't attack, it just means you're frightened. And then he will proceed to claw, bite. As he'll pounce on you, since you are in his lair. And he'll bite you, and then he'll claw you, and, ooh, let me see here. I think he missed with one claw attack. He did, so he'll bite you for 17 points of piercing damage, and okay, yes you can. And 7 points of poison damage also. And then the claw, which you can only take uncanny dodge once, will be 13 points of damage. So you'll take the full 13 for the claw attack. And you are frightened. Severely frightened. Which you really probably didn't need the frightful presence, but just being a lone halfling in the lair of a dragon that's eating you doesn't really require much. Correct. I don't know, could you have that 7 for poison also? It's the same attack. Let's say you have the 7 for poison and made it 3. So 12 plus 3 plus 13. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to have that too. It's the same attack.
Yeah, this is for one attack, so whatever the total of the attack is.
And then the lair action, again, will be... I like that one.
It's my turn. Oh no, it's his turn. Oh, okay, sorry.
Lair 20. Well, yeah, I like that. 120 feet of it. Okay, that's pretty much everybody. Go ahead and give me a DC 15 strength saving throw.
I'm 60 feet away from everyone? Alright. Is it magical plants and shit?
Important question. Is Meets It Beats It in this dungeon, like this lair things as well? This is just like a normal saving throw, so if you can meet it, you're good to go. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. It's just Michael ignoring me.
He wants us to die.
Yeah, I rolled a 16, but I have -1 in strength, so I have a 15. And I think I can't see my collider. I think he has some issues.
I think he
With,
needs to refresh. So, let's get out of here.
Yeah, while the dragon takes a nap, we just leave, and we fill the cave with lava.
Well, currently I have no means of doing anything. I'm almost dead. And yes.
Did we get healing potions from the last session? I don't remember.
Yeah, we
Last session, no, we had like 2 from the beginning, and some of us used some of them theirs.
I actually bought additional 2 when we were with the elves, so I have 4. But I need to get my turn without dying first if I should to be able to use them.
Yeah, I can't. I didn't write it down, so I don't know if I got any. Apparently, I don't.
From start you got 2. All of us got 2 from the beginning, but it depends
I
if
probably
you have
used
used
those
them.
a long time ago, I imagine. Then.
I remember you specifically using some, but the way I remember it, because I was at one point willing to, give you mine, but then we survived, and I was like, all right, I won't.
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't. That's why I don't have it on my new sheet. So I figured I must have used it.
Maybe you used them.
You back, Michael?
Yes.
Just to let you know, while you were away, we killed the
on
dragon.
at the moment.
Yes, the dragon's dead.
Oh, okay.
Was the
Last
loot
time I
now?
checked, I was going with a DC 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my questions were, is it poison or is it magical plants or anything?
Magical plants.
I have advantage on my...
Even if it's a lair action, Michael, is it like meets it, beats it? So if I roll a 15, I survive? Or at least I
meets it, beats it.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
good. Then I actually just made it by 15.
Okay.
22 for Ander.
I also made it with the
Alright,
advantage.
people are not restrained as roots and vines come out of the ground and try to wrap themselves around you, kind of like an entangle thing, as a layer action. And you are not restrained. And so, Reno, it is now your turn.
Yeah, he will put his hand... did you say we could spend like a bonus action to drink a potion?
I'll allow it, since it is a boss battle.
Reno will throw one over to Ander, and he will drink one himself for a 2d4. 1 and a 2 there, of course. So we're up to 5 more. 11 HP. This is going good. And Reno is thinking back for the most scary creature he has ever seen or heard about. And he can't actually come up with anything good. So he slides through the hole. And he throws polymorph on himself and turns himself into a mammoth. That was the most scariest creature he could come up with.
Okay.
And he tries to charge the dragon. I assume the distance will be more than 20 feet.
You were right by the hole. I'm going to say it took almost all your movement.
How far is it from the hole to the dragon?
I'm going to say about 30 feet from the dragon to the hole.
Okay, yeah, because the mammoth has a move of 40 feet. So then he will be able to charge the dragon, and it's a trampling charge, so the dragon needs to make a DC 18 strength check.
Okay, just give me a minute as I'm pulling my dice bag up since I switched to my phone. I no longer have the dice app.
Yeah.
And find my dice. Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've had technical difficulties. And it is a 9 on the die. What's the DC again?
18.
No, I'm assuming it doesn't have a +9 strength save. But at 9.
Yes, legendary resistance.
He does. I know. I don't know if I want to waste it or not, though. Alright,
Has
and
a +6 or 7 strength save.
yeah, he doesn't make it. What happens?
He's knocked prone, and he will take 4d8 damage.
Okay.
8 and a 3, 11, plus 3, that's 14, plus 5, 19, plus 7, so 26 damage. One more than average.
Okay.
And that's bludgeoning. No, that's... oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's my melee attack. But I just need to check if the mammoth is allowed to do 2 actions or if he just can choose, because I have the stomp one as well.
If you moved blah 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 blah, you can stomp
Uh,
and then gore.
oh yeah, then he stomps it as well, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the... That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Once my player
No,
that'll hit.
a giant with mammoths and almost died.
22 to hit actually, has plus 10.
Alright, that'll hit.
And then it's gonna be fucking 4d10. What creature is this?
It's awesome.
4 and a 9, 13. 13, 18, 22, 29 bludgeoning damage.